Huh?
Them dying, or I think being killed is 25.
That was 25. Go to 31 real quick. I think it might be in that chapter.
Yep.
Yep.
Found it?
13.
Yeah.
Want me to get it?
Yep.
This is Numbers 31 and 7. It says, and they war against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses. And they slew all the males.
Yep.
And they slew the kings of Midian beside the rest of them that were slain. Namely, Evi or Evi, and Recham, and Sar, and Har, and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Balaam also, the son of Beor, they slew.
The same Balaam that had that division in Numbers of the 24th chapter. That told Balak that, hey, you're going to see what they do in the latter end. They're going to do millions, man. You know? You don't want to curse these people, man. And he even got put to death here. Go ahead.
And Balaam also, the son of Beor, they slew with the sword. And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives, and their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle, and all their flocks, and all their goods.
Yep. Jump to
Spoiled booty goods walking this way.
slide. Go to
Yeah. Pro-Russian.
Right.
jump down to 33.
This is verse 33. And 60.
Actually start at 30.
Verse 30. And of the children of Israel's half, thou shalt take one portion of 50 of the persons, of the beeves, of the asses, and of the flocks, of all manner of beasts, and give them unto the Levites,
To the priest. Go ahead.
which keep the charge of the tabernacle of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And Moses and Eleazar, the priest, did as the Lord commanded Moses. And the booty, being the rest of the prey which the man of war had caught, was 600,000 and 70,000 and 5,000 sheep.
Woo, they came up. They came up, man. They took it, man.
What verse was that?
So, hey, if Putin is doing what Ukraine, if he's doing that, is he wrong for that?
According to the scriptures, no.
According to the script, no. You know,
32.
even though they're not Israelites, of course, but hey, that's we can't fault what they're doing. That's right in the law. All right. And they're not even trying to kill these people. They're just trying to take this. They're trying to take the country intact,
Yeah.
without having to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to remove the regime out of there. That's all they're
Yep.
trying to do. If they could do it without destroying buildings and killing civilians, then that's what they want to do. That's why they're being strategic with it. You know, they're just being strategic. The media is making it seem like Russia is just having a hard time with taking them over.
Right.
But they're expecting them to do what America do by just wiping the whole people out.
Just bombing them to death.
Now, if you taking it, now who you gonna rule over? Right. Who you gonna have this, serve in your kingdom? When you done killed everything off and destroyed everything.
So
That defeats the purpose.
the Russians have the city surrounded, and they're just going to apply the pressure so that the people and the soldiers give up.
Exactly.
You know, without actually having to fight them and destroy them,
Yep.
and destroy their cities. You know, but if it comes down to that, that's what they're gonna have
They're
to do.
gonna have to do.
I'll keep reading.
It's what you do in the time of war, man. Go ahead.
says captives for that word in voodoo.
Yep.
You want me to keep reading, right?
Yeah.
Verse 33. And 312,000 beeves, and 1,000 asses, and 32,000 persons in all, of women that had not known man by lying with them. Virgins.
Virgins, man.
30,000?
Virgins.
That's a
That's
big
a couple.
spoil, bro. That's spoils award.
Yeah.
You know?
Took them captive, man. So hey, what was happening in that R word? They were just they sieged them. You know, and you could choose to, well, really, pursuant to the 21st chapter, you're supposed to let a month go by.
What?
You're supposed to shave her head and hair her nails. And then, you know, that's all you. That's how it was, man. And that's why they put it in these history pieces in these TV series, man. Game of Thrones. The brother mentioned it. The Last Kingdom.
Brother Ariella mentioned one on your live stream this past week called so like I'll find it.
Yeah, man, it's in the movies and in these TV series how it goes down, man.
Yeah. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's nothing
See,
new.
you watch it on the TV and you get entertained by it. You ain't outraged by that when you see it in the film. But when you see it happen in real life, oh my God now.
Nightfall.
Nightfall. Yep. Yeah, man. That shit is normal. It's been happening since the beginning of time, man. But the men over here that became like the freaking women.
All emotional and shit.
Emotional as hell.
And what's the scenario that men do? What about your daughter? Your mom?
Yeah, right.
What was your mom?
Shit.
Oh, we put in the most, heartfelt situation to a man to judge from.
But they say you bullshitting when you say, well, if it was my daughter or my mom, according to the scriptures, that would have to happen. I ain't got no say.
It happened to us.
Yeah. So
It happened to us too.
Hey, the curses say it.
it was my mom and my sister.
There's no
Shit.
might in thy hand. Yeah. When our children got took, there was nothing we can do.
You say you shall beget wives and other men shall lie with them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that is?
The Lord took that power from you, man. But the Lord's getting ready to give us back that power. All right. So yeah, that was it on that, man. And that shows you that even when King David went into Edom, he did the same thing. What you think David was doing with those Edomite women that didn't lie with men?
Where do you think got all them concubines from?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Solomon, he had all them concubines from all them nations because his father had to, take their spoils in the wars. You know, that's what was done. So there's nothing new, man. All right. Yeah, that was it on that. Y'all got anything else? Brother sitting on something? I'm trying to hold on. Oh, we never got that. Zechariah 14. 14 and 2.
Hey, Putin said that about. He said Putin not quoted Zechariah, but he mentioned Zechariah about 13. Oh, yeah, 14, 12. Yeah.
About the eyes consuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Zechariah 14, 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravaged.
Yeah, it is. There it is again. Right there in prophecy. Houses shall be rifled.
and the women ravished.
And the women ravished. The wife was just another way of saying spoiled or plundered. Come take what you got, and then it says ravish. We know what that's talking about. All right.
Yeah, when I looked that word booty up, said plunder.
Yep. Go ahead.
And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, and when he hath fought in the day of battle, and his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west. There shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half of it toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yea, ye shall flee like as he fled from before the earthquake in the day of Uzziah the king of Judah. And the Lord my power shall come, and all the saints with thee. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be cleared nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light.
Yep, and we have the light now.
Okay.
That light is being shined in darkness. All right? We have this truth, this knowledge. That's our light. Okay? But we got to continue in that light. Go ahead.
Verse 8, and it shall be in that day that living water shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and winter shall it be.
Living waters, man. That's another metaphor for this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
All right? He that believeth on me shall
What is it?
out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yahweh Shai said you should never thirst.
Shall never thirst. But you know, just reading, that chapter, that's just going to show you that in the midst of us returning back to our wisdom and coming back as a people, the enemies are going to try to wage war against us. That's how we know we're in that time, man. All right? This devil's going to try to, roll up on us. The enemy shall come in like a flood. And that's what we're awaiting, man. This right here is seen as a big threat to this world, this devil's new world order, man.
Yeah.
Like, remember that letter that Haman wrote to the king? He was talking about how we were defiant of their kingdom because we wasn't living after the manner of the other nations, man.
We were a threat into his enterprise.
Yeah. Look, you found that? So they're gonna come up against us. Hey, like I mentioned the UN troops. Hey, the UN is multiple nations. So just imagine the UN going through all these neighborhoods where Jake is at. That's pretty much the nations coming against Jerusalem. Think about that. These motherfuckers don't speak English. They speak a whole nother language, but all they concern is carrying out their mission.
Yeah.
Jake is going to be left out there. They're going to be casualties. If you're not of the elect, you're going to be a casualty. Because the Lord said he numbered you to the sword, man. Such as for the sword to the sword, such as for the captivity to the captivity.
They surround Jerusalem, siege it.
Once again,
Make a trench round about.
make that trench. You're going to be compassed about with armies. All right? Who was reading?
The Z was reading.